Perfect.
Back to those days. I was running in one place.
Hey, this is Rogier here from realdigitalsuccess.com. If you don't know what Real Digital Success is, it's a website that helps people with their marketing, sales, and just finding ways to make money online. So what I have in store for today for this video is a live breakdown of how to SEO a blog post, because I've been getting a lot of questions about how to do that exactly. So I thought, like, fuck it, let's make a video of it. If you hear some noise in the background, that's my neighbors. They're having a karaoke party, so sorry for that. But after this video, I'm probably going to join them, so I'm not going to say anything about it. But yeah, let's get into it. So first, I want to talk a little bit about why SEO is important. And to do that, I'm going to here look at one of my affiliate marketing guides, and I'm going to show you this graph. Let's see. Oh. See if we can get this a little bit. Okay, as you can see here, we have a graph from Advanced Web Ranking, and basically it puts together in the graph like the position, the correlation between the position in Google, so your rank, and how many clicks you get. As you can see, most of the clicks go to the first 3-4 ranks on the search engine result, and then it gets like less and less and less until the 10th, and then nobody gets something. Around the 10th is where like the search results of the first page stop. So it's very important to get as high rankings as possible, so more people will click on your website. And that's basically what SEO does. SEO is basically actions that you take to make sure that Google indexes your website correctly. Because you can have the most awesome content in the world, but if Google doesn't recognize it, it won't get ranked on the first page, or yeah, just high. So that's what we're going to look at today. How you're going to optimize a blog post so that Google recognizes it, and you'll increase your chances of getting on the first page and getting more clicks. So to do this, I wanted to look at one of my own blog posts, and we'll use that as a live breakdown so you can see how you optimize a blog post. So let's check right here. Let's go for it. Yeah. Okay, as you can see, I made an autoresponder madness review, and I am in second place right now of the first page of Google, so that's good. So yeah, first of all, I want to begin with the URL that you are seeing right now. The HTTPS realdigitalsuccess.com autoresponder madness review, and if you look, you see here, standing here, the HTTPS, and that's basically what you get when you get an SSL certificate. And an SSL certificate is basically a layer of security that's between the host and the content, I think. I'm not really that knowledgeable about that, but it's an extra line of security that Google prefers that their website has. So if you don't have them, try to buy a SSL certificate at your website host, because it kind of matters a lot. Well, now let's look at the second thing. The best way that Google recognizes your content is by using keywords, because these keywords are going to define under what kind of search results you're going to be. So for example, I have here a review about a product called Autoresponder Madness. So I used the Autoresponder Madness keyword and I put it in the title. This is very important. Just put your keyword in the title. The second place you want to put it, a little bit chaotically, is your title tag when people are searching for it. So as you can see here, I have Autoresponder Madness review, the keyword in the title tag. And I did the same thing in here in the description. We call this the meta description. I've put it there. So basically, if you don't know how to put it there, don't worry. There are two plugins that you can use. You have one called All-in-One SEO, and you have Yoast SEO. They're free plugins that you can find in the WordPress directory. And what you basically do is, once you have them and you go to your post, you go to the below part of your post, and there you can basically edit how your title tag and your meta description are going to look like. But back to the blog post. The second thing I want you to think about, and this is something I always do too, even though I don't know if it's really that important anymore, but I always put the keyword in the first paragraph. Well, right now I've done it, but pretty lazily. Normally it would be something like, welcome to my Autoresponder Madness review. But yeah, I haven't looked at this post in a while. So normally don't put the keyword like that, just put it in a sentence and make it relevant. Okay, the next thing that you should include in your blog post is what is called an internal link. So what an internal link is basically a link that links to another page on your website. This is kind of important because it helps Google find other pages on your website. Because right now it only has like probably like the main menu to find like other pages. So by using internal links, you make it easier for Google to find your pages. So what I have right here, for example, is an internal link to another page of mine under effective email marketing. So what you do is you put it somewhere where it's relevant, and it links to this page: 2019 email marketing tips, do's and don'ts for an effective email marketing strategy. So as you can see, it's relevant to the page I'm connecting to. The second thing you should do is link to an external page, so a page outside of your website. Google wants to see you do this so that they know you're not hoarding all the traffic and well, you're basically spreading the traffic around. So for example, what I've done right here, because I know the Autoresponder Madness program is based on a certain strategy by a certain businessman called J. Abraham. So what I did is I linked to the Wikipedia of J. Abraham. So that way the external link is taken care of. Let's see. After that, a very important thing to do is your images. So we all have like images here. Too bad I can't really show you, but these images, when you put them, when you upload them in WordPress, you'll see like an option called alt tags. What these alt tags are for is for Google to recognize what kind of image it is. So if you're lucky, your image is surrounded around a keyword that you're using, and you can just put the keyword in as a alt tag. But mostly you just put the description of what the picture is, and that should be enough to help Google recognize what the picture is. Let's see. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is comments. That I don't have on this one. Okay. Well, what Google prefers is to see that you have comments and that you are engaging with your audience. And the cool thing about using these comments, even though I don't have them here, is that they add to your word count. And there are multiple theories about the correlation between content length and the positioning of the positioning of your website in Google. So maybe I think I have a graph about that. Oh wait, no, I know where it is. Let's see. Yes. Okay, here's a post about guest bloggers that I made not too long ago. And I think yes, this is the graph here. This is a graph by Brian Dean from Backlinko. And as you can see here, there's a correlation he found between the number of words in content and your Google positioning. But what's cool about comments is that the comments are being added to the word count. So basically what happens is that the more words you get, the more chances you have of positioning yourself on the first page of Google. And it also adds keywords, because people use keywords in the comment, and by any chance you might get ranked for one of those keywords, and you can see if you can make content for that keyword. So it's an effective way to do both of those things. But getting back to it, comments is important. Let's see if I haven't slacked here on promoting this thing. Yeah, well, basically comments are important. The next thing that you should have is that your website is mobile responsive. This is a very important one, because nowadays a lot of people are on their phone, and Google recognizes that. So it's important to them that your website is mobile responsive. And what I mean by mobile responsive is that it looks good on your mobile phone, and it loads pretty fast. Normally it's pretty easy to have a fast loading site. The thing that most of the time slows your website down are like large pictures or a lot of plugins. So if I were you, I would limit your amount of plugins. And if you have pictures, especially stock photos and that kind of stuff, try to compress them before you upload them to as small as possible, but they still look good, so your website doesn't slow down. Well, yeah. Those are basically the points you have to keep in mind when you are basically optimizing your blog post. So yeah, that's all I want to say. Rogier here from Real Digital Success. Hope this video was of value to you, and yeah, until the next time.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.